All right. Um, welcome everyone. So it's obviously very late on my side, about 1 o'clock in the morning, but I have been doing some research because I got an idea that I don't want to let go of. Um, it obviously needs a lot of refinement, but this is the sort of proposal that I am just throwing out there for everyone. All right, so some of you know that I've been struggling a lot with this question of religion, theology, philosophy, how to navigate that. Um, a conversation that has been very crucial to my change of mind is a conversation that I had with Dawood and Tyson, and it was just sort of like the product of the conversation, really. And I think, and also I will shout out to Daniel Gardner and Michelle Gardner with the recent net conversation. The sort of emphasis on describing versus explaining. Um, so my experiment with exploring Christianity per se is to, instead of immersing myself, because this is, I want to do something quite contrary to my reflexive tendency, which is, instead of immersing myself in theological or philosophical works about Christianity, uh, I want to immerse myself in Christian, you could say Christian fiction, Christian novels that attempt to describe Christianity without really explaining it to you, right? So I have a list. I don't. I want to say I want to start this book club towards like obviously towards the end of this year, or like maybe the beginning of January. Um, so I want to start this book club, but I don't. Um, because I feel like what I'm demanding with this book list is probably going to be a little bit ridiculous. Like it's gonna be ridiculous. Trust me, because the moment you start hearing the the books that I'm gonna be like, yeah, we should read this, we should go for this book. It's gonna be hard, but I also figured like maybe this is it's a twofold project, right? It's a very selfish project. It's for me, but then it's also can be for others. Um, so I've broken down the reading project to at least 3 books. Um, I already feel like it's probably too much, like, it's too much, but, if people are interested, we'll work it out. We'll try to see I'll be interested to see what other Christian fiction people would, recommend. Tyson has also been really helpful in kind of feeding this list, but anyways, I will share with you the list. It's in the description, in case you just want to look at the books. I won't like give like an actual description to the books, but I will put their titles and you can look them up and see if you're interested in reading some of them. But anyways, I don't know if this will be the first book because from it seems like from some of the reviews it's kind of slow, but maybe that's what I need, right? Maybe we need like a slow book to introduce us. I don't really know. But apparently it is a good book. It's called Jayber Crow by Wendell Berry. So that's the first book on the list. And the second book on the list is The Violent Bear It Away by Flannery O'Connor. And then the last book is Brothers of Karamazov by Dostoevsky. Obviously, that's a monster of a book. Um, I don't like I don't really know, you know, I don't know if I want to be like, maybe this project should just be like, yeah, we should just tackle Brothers of Karamazov for the entire year and then switch to like, these other Christian, novels. Because I really do kind of want to read Brothers of Karamazov, but I'm also very interested in Flannery O'Connor's novel, Violet Buried Away. Um, there's at least two runner-up novels that I've been thinking about, which was one of them was definitely Tyson's recommendation, which was Saint Francis by Nikos. But that's apparently also a pretty big monster of a book. Obviously, it's kind of like sort of historical fiction about Saint Francis. And then there is The Ball and Cross by Chesterton, which sounds pretty interesting to me. Um, and then there's one that I haven't put on the list. I'm debating about it too. It's Go Tell It on a Mountain by James Baldwin. But I didn't want to make this list super long, so the three books I have on the list for the project that I'm pursuing is The Jayber Crow by Wendell, The Violent Buried Away by Flannery O'Connor, and The Brothers of Karamazov by Dostoevsky. The whole point of doing this project is to experiment with theological and philosophical kind of like implications without necessarily being explained. So obviously this project is also very selfish of me, up front, because I think my knee jerk reaction is that I want to read theology and philosophy, and I've been trying to find my way between the two. But then I started thinking maybe that's not how it should be. Maybe I don't need a philosopher or a theologian to explain God to me, or religion to me, or refute religion to me, or refute theology to me. What I need is a description, right, versus an explanation. So with my project leaning in Christian fiction, you know, um, I am experimenting with this. What does it mean to describe Christianity via these novels? Um, and what can it do for us when we read these novels versus being always situated in a sort of explanatory fashion? So, what does that actually mean? So yeah, if you guys are interested, let me know. Uh, this is a project I plan on pursuing. I don't know how intensely I want to go into it, um, but I do know that I'm very interested in experimenting with this. So if you guys want to experiment with me, feel free to message me and let me know. But it seems like the three books that I already listed would take already more than a year to go through. I mean, I don't know. It would just depend how fast I want to break down the books. But I am really excited for it. And plus, if you guys, by the way, I have the list in the description. If you guys feel like there's better Christian religious fiction novels, like like Brothers of Karamazov or The Ball and Cross by Chesterton, if you guys feel like there's better, I know C.S. Lewis is a one, but I kind of want to refrain from C.S. Lewis. Maybe somebody can convince me on C.S. Lewis. on a specific one. I have heard of some good ones. Um, but yeah, I'm open to a variety of novels to be suggested. But yeah, just look at the ones I put in the description. Look it up if you haven't seen it. See if you'd be interested. Um, yeah, so I'm really experimenting with describing how what does it mean to be how does it how does it feel to let someone describe Christianity to you or describe religion to you through these novels versus explain. And I feel like I have been in that explanatory mode for a very long time, and I don't think it's useful anymore, fundamentally. So yeah. Anyways, let me know if you guys are interested, and take care. All right, bye.